So I've been practicing my, okay. Howdy folks, so I've been practicing my deadfalls and a couple things that I've come up with. This is the old traditional figure 4 bait rod, and make sure I do this right. And I'm doing it wrong. Here we go. Like that, and then you put, this is what I love about the figure 4. I'm doing it wrong. There we go. Okay. The idea is that the weight, which we're using this log here next to me, or this square beam, sits on this in such a way, I had it working earlier, that, there we go, tricky to set up, and that's kind of what I don't like about the figure 4. And then this sits on top of that, and if an animal comes along and wiggles this, the thing falls apart, the log falls down. I think everybody is pretty familiar with that one. So I came up with a better idea. So I've got the auger, and what I did was took a piece of wood that's about 1.25 inches, maybe 1.5 inches. It's a piece of maple, and I drilled a hole in it. Then I split it in half this way, so you have 2 pieces with holes in them. And then I took the saw and just made a little shoulder here and smoothed this off with the knife. So the idea is that then you take that piece and reverse it upside down, so that it looks like this. Kind of pointed the end a little bit, and the other end can be flat, that's fine. Took and pounded a stake in the ground, another piece off of this, that same maple, and I made a little toggle. And the toggle is a little bit smaller than the hole, so that it slides pretty freely in and out of there. All right, I would actually probably use monofilament line instead of snare wire, just because it's a little less visible. But the idea is, you sit this just at the end of that, so that it's almost flush, but not quite. Awkward angle, sorry. Just go ahead. Now, if an animal comes along, I need a stick. I'm going to put my hand underneath there. There we go. Animal comes along, hippity hoppity, and hits that piece of monofilament. It all falls down and squishes the animal. So that's my deadfall. As you can tell, it's a little easier to set up than the figure 4, and it's actually easier to make too, and pretty reusable. Set it back up in just a couple of seconds. I get the weight centered. We dug a little hole at the back. Yeah.
Your stick is not straight. You need to put it correctly on the shoulder. That's what's happening.
Ah, I see. Well, awkward angle because I'm trying to make sure the camera gets the shot.
Sorry.
There we go. Okay, there it is.
See, told you.
It also dug a little hole at the back when it fell over.
That's okay.
In the mud. Bloop.
Uh-huh.
There you go. So that's my design.
I like it.
Didn't want to do that. Just broke the toggle. It's okay. Thing's in there. That's the stick. Cool.